YouTube, how's it going? Frogs Angels is back with some more NFL team-by-team record predictions. Going through all the teams till we have playoffs set. I'm going to predict playoffs and then the Super Bowl. We're into the AFC South. We did the Texans. We're on to the Colts. We will do the Jaguars next and then the Tennessee Titans. Tough division to predict. I really think it, can finish in any order, and I wouldn't be really that surprised. I think out of all the teams, the Colts may struggle the most because, they've been having good drafts, getting loads of players for the future. So they were in that rebuild stage, kind of in the developing stage. Now these guys aren't just going to become instant stars. I think a guy like Malik Hooker, if he stays healthy, could be a Pro Bowl talent right away. He looked pretty good last year before he got hurt. They're going to need other guys that I like to step up. Look at Quincy Wilson at corner. They drafted Kamoko Toure. I expect big things early on in his career, but he's not going to help them contend. Guys like that aren't going to help them contend. I was a big fan of Marlon Mack, coming out of South Florida, but am I a big fan of him going in and starting in year two and making a big impact to help them get their team into the playoffs? I don't know if he's ready for that yet, but there's a lot of hope for Colts fans, and I understand why. Your quarterback's back. There's a lot of expectations from him, even coming into the league right away. A lot of expectations, and T.Y. Hilton, I think, is one of the better, complete receivers in football when he has Andrew Luck. I mean, luckily, if Luck gets hurt, I think they have maybe the best backup quarterback in football in Jacoby Brissett. I liked him coming out of NC State a lot. I think he's pretty solid. The problem last year was they had the worst offense line in football. He got rushed, and keep in mind, Brissett is a pretty mobile guy, pretty athletic. He got sacked. He got rushed so much. So hopefully that offensive line steps up. They get Quentin Nelson in there. Could be an instant. A guy like that could be an instant impact. So maybe look at a guy like that. Malik Hooker could be young, instant impacts. Other guys, it's going to take some time, though. I think the defense looking great for the future. I think it's going to struggle this year. I think it's really going to struggle, and it's okay, though. If it does, it's really okay. So let's see how they do here. It looks like a tough schedule. Really, playing in the AFC South is a tough schedule because the Jaguars, Titans, and Texans, I think most people will say those are playoff contenders. And you look at the Jaguars, a lot of people will consider them Super Bowl contenders, maybe even the other two teams if they stay healthy. So home against the Bengals, week 1. I talk about the Bengals being a sleeper team, sneaky team. I think they're a pretty balanced team. It's really on coaching. It's really on Dalton, but I don't think Dalton makes that many mistakes where he's really going to hurt you all that much. He's just not going to go take over a game and win it by himself. So it's really on coaching to me. I think the Bengals are good enough to do well this year, and they're good enough to win this game against a young Colts team, even with Andrew Luck in there. Week 2 in Washington. Washington's a tough place to play. I think we can see a high-scoring game here. How will Alex Smith be for the Redskins? I think the Redskins are the better team. They got some. I think they're a balanced team, really. Again, I think the young guys could struggle a little bit on defense, which is okay. They're good for the future. They're a future team if they stay healthy. So start off 0-2, then they go to Philly and play the best team in football. So I gotta go with the Eagles. It's tough to go play there against best team from last year, maybe the best team from this year. So tough start here. Week 4, home against the Texans. I was kind of back and forth on this one in the Texans video. I think the Colts can win this one, but I think the Texans are the much better team if they're healthy. I think they put up too many points here, so I take the Texans. And Thursday night football, it's a tough schedule. Thursday night football in New England, you can't pick against New England in this one. You just can't. I'm not going to sit here and say 0% chance for the Colts to win, really any of these games, but it's very hard to pick against New England. In New York for the Jets game, I did pick the Colts in the Jets video. Things could change for the Jets. I want to know who their starter is. Maybe we'll redo a Jets video once I know how the team's looking right before the season starts. It's a team that you really don't know who's going to start at quarterback. The 3 guys, it's kind of up in the air right now. I'll take the Colts here. Good game, close game. Week 7, home against the Bills. Man, this is tough. I think in the Bills video, that is the first video I did. So I picked the Bills. I may change it here since the Colts are at home. The Colts' weakness is going to be giving up too many points. The Bills may not be able to score enough points to win this game. The Bills' defense could slow down the Colts, but I'll take the Colts in this one. A little bit of changing my mind here because just the matchup game. Because I think the Colts' defense will be easy to score on, but will it be for the Bills' offense? We'll see. It depends on who their quarterback is. In Oakland for the Raiders game, I think the Raiders' offense will get going. I don't know if it would be as good as it was a few years ago, but I think it'll be closer to that than it was last year. So I'll take the Raiders. They have a bye week. Off the bye week into week 10, maybe that's good. Figured things out. The young guys starting to learn more, starting to get better. I think if healthy, if Andrew Luck's still going, I think he can score on the Jags. Jags defense, maybe the best in football. And the Jaguars, I'm still a little. How will their offense be? They're a very good team, but will their offense be better? Will it be the same? If it's the same, they're fine. Could Bortles go back to the old Bortles? What do they got? So coming off the bye week, I think the Colts can win this game. I will take the Colts in this one. Week 11, Titans at Colts. The Titans I think they'll be upgraded. I think they'll be a better team this year, but the Titans struggle against the Colts. They struggle against Andrew Luck, and it's in Indianapolis. I'm gonna give it to the Colts. We got off the bye week, and then we got two games won in a row. Miami in Indianapolis. Ooh, it's tough. I think the Dolphins could be another sneaky sleeper team. Could be I don't know if they're gonna make the playoffs. They're not gonna make the playoffs, but they can get close. They can upset some teams. I think they'll be favored in this one though. I like their depth. I talked about before. I like their secondary depth, and I like their pass rush depth. I'll take the Dolphins in here. I think they can score on the Colts, and I think they can slow them down enough. So I'll take the Dolphins. Could go either way, though. The Colts will not go 2-0 against the Jags. If anything, Jags will go 2-0 on them, or it'll split. I'll take the Jags at home. Week 14, like I said, bad matchup. I think the Texans, if they're healthy, maybe they won't be at this point, but you can say the same thing about the Colts. I think the Texans put up too much points for the Colts to handle. And a similar team is the Cowboys. I think they'll score a lot of points. Zeke can go off. I think Dak could have a good game. The receiving unit, tight end unit, is a question for the Cowboys. Maybe the defense is too, so maybe the Colts can put up some points on them, but I'll take the Cowboys. And then they're playing the Giants. Yeah, I think Saquon goes off in this game. I think Eli could struggle again, but I think he can throw. I think he'll be able to do enough in this game. I'll take the Giants in a matchup game. And then in Tennessee, the Titans over the years struggle with the Colts, like I said, but I don't think the Colts can go 2-0 against them. In Tennessee, this could be an important game to get them to the playoffs or a nice seed. Titans, I think, could put up a lot of points on that defense, so the Titans will not get 2-0'd by the Colts. So 4-12, I was originally thinking it's tough. They're a team that can win. They have a huge range, maybe one of the bigger ranges out of a lot of the teams. I think they can win 2 games. I think they can win. There's people predicting them to make the playoffs. Maybe it's because Andrew Luck's back. I don't think they make the playoffs. I think there's too much young guys. I think they can struggle on defense. But, it's realistic they can win about 8 games maybe. That's a lot more than what I got, but it wouldn't shock me all that much. But this is what I got. Going back and looking, honestly, I'm starting 0-2. It's not that far out there if they start 2-0 at all. They can do it. Could be 1-1, but I got them 0-2, so that could switch. They can beat the Texans at home. Like I said, I was back and forth on that. They could lose to the Jets. They can lose you can really say it about a lot of these games, maybe except for like the Eagles. You expect them to lose. You expect them to lose to the Patriots. Like I said, I don't think they're going to 2-0 the Titans. They could split with the Texans. I had them beating the Jaguars, so honestly, a lot of people may have the Jaguars 2-0ing them, so that drops the record down. So I think this is very realistic, Like I said, they can start 2-0, but then I gave them wins that maybe they can't get. They're going to beat the Dolphins in Week 12. So, tough to predict. Tough division. Maybe the toughest in football because you got 3 other teams besides the Colts there that really, all 3 might make the playoffs. It's pretty good division there. So let me know your guys' thoughts. That's the Colts. We got plenty of other teams on the channel already. We got more to do until we got the playoffs. Playoffs will get set. I'll predict that. And then the Super Bowl. And we're going to have other Frogs Angels members make their predictions as well. Projected to be a live stream we're going to do, our first one ever. So When we get a set date and time, I'll let you guys know for that. It should be not this weekend, but the next weekend. So that should be fun, just to see get another view on other people's predictions. So it should be fun. Stay tuned for all that. I'll give you more info when I got it. But that'll do it for this one. Subscriber goals 10K subscribers, so please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and please click that like button. That'd be much appreciated if you guys can help us out. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Goodbye.